I have been wanting to do a shooting breakdown for a while, but I am not a former cop, and I am not Popo Medic or Donut Operator or anyone cool like that. I mean, look at Donut's stash. That mustache would make Tom Selleck proud. I mean, that mustache is really glorious. Now that we've had our fun, let's get to the serious business at hand. Before we begin, this is going to be about a shooting. There is going to be blood, and a person's going to lose their life. I'm going to blur as much of it as I possibly can. What you're about to see is a standoff on the highway between Gurnee police in Gurnee, Illinois, and a 31-year-old woman named Makell Meyerin. This happened on May 23rd, 2018. Meyerin is holding a Beretta CX-4 Storm Tactical Carbine rifle. And the police are not only attempting to get her to put it down, but also try to get her off a busy highway. I am going to show the majority of what happened, and the reason will be pretty obvious.
I'm going to tase you if you don't get out. Get out now before I tase you. Got a gun? Drop the gun. Drop the gun. 13, she's got a gun. I'm in the back by 41. Drop the gun. Just put the gun down. No one wants to hurt you. Just put the gun down for me. Come on.
Ma'am, please. Put the gun down. Surrender. Ma'am, put it down. Please. Put it down. Now lay it down. Don't do it. Lay it on the ground. Lay it on the ground.
Ma'am, put the gun down. No one wants to hurt you. You're not in trouble. Put the gun down.
Don't.
Just put the gun down.
Ma'am. Just don't step in front of me. Please lay it down. Lay it down.
Put the gun down.
I just checked him. He's got a pulse. He's breathing. Lay the gun down so we can take care of him.
Put the gun down, please.
Lay the gun down so we can take care of him. Lay the gun down so we can take care of him. Ma'am, I need you to lay the gun down and we will take care of your boyfriend first thing. Lay the gun down to your feet. Lay the gun down to your feet. Christine, stop. Stop right there. Drop it.
I will give it to you.
Don't.
The reason that was long was to show how much the police attempted to get her to drop the gun before opening fire on her. They also didn't just do it out of malice. As you can see in this clip, she turns to the cop and the gun is pointed right at him. And while it's hard to see, it looks like her finger is on the trigger, meaning she could have killed the police officer without meaning to, which I still feel it's overkill shooting her as many times as they did, but I wanted to rip that band-aid off. Here is what actually happened. First, let's rewind and go back to what started this. Makell Meyerin and a man named Jordan Huff, who is 37 years old, spent the day out with another female in Antioch, which is not far from Gurnee from what I'm guessing. Meyerin hustled another man for money, the three were in a Volkswagen, and almost got pulled over. Huff, who was driving that Volkswagen, had eluded police. Then the three arrived at Huff's home where they fled on foot, with Meyerin meeting up with Huff later that day. And Meyerin stole Huff's uncle's car, which was a Prius. And the two went to a hotel room to do drugs. And all that happened in the morning. At 1:22 p.m., Officer Ben Bozer got a call about a Prius that was idling and had a bullet hole in it. Well, he showed up to see both Huff and Meyerin out cold. As you can see, Meyerin is in the driver's seat, and when she comes to, this happens.
54, go ahead and start rescue. Looks like it's going to be an OD. Male's breathing, unsure on the female. Start rescue up, looks like OD. I got a male breathing, unsure on the female. Wake up. Hi. What's going on? You guys alright?
Yeah.
You got some IDs on you? You got the car in park, right? Yeah, go ahead and take the keys out of the ignition for me. Go ahead and take the keys out of the ignition first for me. Keys out.
Hey, Jordan.
Put the car in park first. Press on the brake. Put the car in park. Put the car in park. Put the car in park. 54, she's taking off going south on Gould. It's the dead end street.
Before I continue, I want you to look at this woman. She is 31 years old. She looks like she is a lot older. This is what doing drugs can do to you. With that PSA out of the way, let's get back to it. Meyerin refused to listen and slowly pulled away. The chase and the search was on, and this part becomes long, so I'm just going to skip it. After speeding off and driving erratically, she crashes in a parking lot, and then begins to run, with the aforementioned gun in her hands. She ran onto a busy highway, making the whole situation a lot more dangerous. Bringing us back to this. I'm showing more of the standoff to show what kind of mind frame she is in. The police are trying hard to de-escalate the situation. She first asks about Huff, but at times she actually says for them to shoot her. I am showing you this picture because it is clear that she has a finger on the trigger. Now, I'm not sure if having her finger on the trigger and demanding the cop to shoot her means that she was trying to suicide by cop, but I am censoring some of this to appease the YouTube gods, but the police try to keep her alive. And after she was shot, the police take the weapon. The officer who takes the weapon here has to put the safety on. This means if her finger had slipped and that trigger went off, that cop would have been shot. Jordan Huff survived, but Meyerin didn't. She was pronounced dead at the Advocate Condell Medical Center in Libertyville. Later, it was found by police that Meyerin was suicidal. Her mother, Linda, also claimed she got a call from her daughter that morning. According to Linda, Makell stated that someone had set up Huff and that she needed to help him. Then weirdly said that she was gone and dead and that Linda would see her on the news. Makell Meyerin, according to her mother, had been addicted to heroin at 14, in and out of prisons for drug-related crimes. Her autopsy shows that she had in her system opiates, cocaine, benzodiazepines, fentanyl, heroin, and buprenorphine. All this just makes me want to say don't do drugs. Weed, fine, but hard drugs will ruin your fucking life. Look at this woman again. She is 31 years old. In this picture, she looks close to 50. Sad that her life ended the way it did. Now, I'm going to say that police overdid it in my opinion. I get police are trained to keep shooting until the threat is no longer a threat, but it seemed like overkill to me. Though this is going to be controversial as well, she had her finger on the trigger and pointed the gun at the cop. Even if she didn't mean to point the gun at the cop, she did. They tried to talk her down and were patient with her. So I don't fault the police for her being shot as well. I just don't think they should have fired as much as they did. Either way, short video, yes, because next week is going to be a headache of a topic. Because it's close to the 1-year anniversary of me uploading to this channel, I figured I would do something special. And unfortunately, for the 1-year anniversary of uploading, I'm talking about Josh Duggar. Till then.